Good afternoon, all. I think we've just clicked past midday, so it is good afternoon, and thank you for attending. I'm here to talk to you about X2M. We are an Australian technology company. There are three key messages I'd like to leave you with at the end of this presentation. Our business is that of data collection, and we're a company that is very well positioned for the delivery of data for AI and automation applications. We're not a startup. We're a fully commercialized business with real customers, strong revenues, and good tailwinds supporting our business. And the third key message is that we have entered into a number of very significant strategic partnerships that will start to be monetized progressively from next quarter, that has the potential to turn this company into a significant scale player in the AI-related software space. Front and center of our offering is our technology platform. Look, there are three key differentiating features about our platform. We can connect any device, machine, battery, solar panel, driverless car onto the one platform and have them talk to each other, and that's a patent or a bunch of patents that we've got. That means more applications, much richer data available, and a much broader range of use cases, which drives our revenues. We can communicate over any telecommunications platform or radio frequency, 3G, 4G, 5G, and the ability for our micro engine, which is where our smarts are kept, to say, I'm talking through 5G here in Hong Kong, and I'm talking through 4G in the UAE, and this is how I communicate, is our patent. That means we can build once and sell many times. That means we can move into new markets very quickly. We integrated into the UAE in 10 working days. We integrated to India, into our customers there in 7 working days. Speed to market matters. It also means we can move into new markets with a very low cost structure. It doesn't take us a lot of capital to get there. Third differentiating feature is we keep our smarts in the cloud or at the edge of the cloud. That means highly scalable platforms at a very low cost structure. It gives us an enormous amount of flexibility in terms of the way we operate and the customer flexibility. It also means we can run our business when power's lost. So countries that are earthquake prone, tsunami prone, bushfire prone, our technology is very well suited for. All that means is it works out to be a superior proposition for our customer, and in a world that is demanding more and more and more data, puts us in a very good position indeed. If you ask me what we do, we do two things. We digitize utilities in Asia and the Middle East. We turn dumb equipment, meters, sensors, batteries, into smart communication capable equipment. We automate manual processes. We look after public safety, and we do all of that without human intervention. We have 85 enterprise and government customers. We've been on a land grab. The team's done that well. They have an addressable market of over $500 million in upfront revenues and recurring revenues of 40 million per annum. That's within our existing customer base. Alongside that, last month we launched into the market Hive.AI by X2M. Hive is a AI engine, an AI platform for the renewable energy sector. What it does is allows renewable energy generation companies to optimize their performance, whether it be solar or wind, in terms of revenue generation, and run it at a much more effective cost structure. And I'll say a bit more about that shortly. That clock there is very good. It's got a good countdown. How do we make money? You don't want to spend too much time breathing. How do we make money? If your device, your sensor can communicate, the first time it comes onto the platform, we'll charge you an upfront fee. If it can't, that's fine. We'll give you a little chip that you can bolt onto the side of your water meter, electricity meter. You can do that in under 5 minutes. There's a little porthole that you can screw it into. That's hardware. And we sell you hardware and we make a margin on that. It's a commodity item. If you want to bring your own hardware, that's fine. We'll charge you an upfront fee when you come onto the platform. If you want to manufacture it, we'll give you the reference designs to do it. And we're exiting hardware-only sales. Our sweet spot is every device that comes onto the platform delivers data and has a SaaS-based revenue stream for between 12 months and 10 years. And whether it's 12 months or 10 years depends on the customer and the country that we're in. In South Korea, it's 12 months, but it's a recurring 12 months. So at the end of each year, they renew it for another year because there's a regulatory environment that requires them to do that. In the UAE, it's gas meters. Every meter that comes onto the platform has a contract for 10 years. So what comes this year is contracted for 10 years. What comes next year is contracted for 10 years. So it's a really sticky business. If you want the technology held on premise, we'll charge you an upfront fee for installing our platform, and then we'll charge you a recurring license fee for a decade for keeping our platform. So 3 simple, straightforward revenue streams. The software and the platform fees, that's our sweet spot. That's all that's all high margin, ranges from 70% to 95% margin. Our addressable markets range from large to very large. I mentioned our existing customer base. We did have a strategy which was a land grab, which worked out well for us. We had an early mover advantage. Our existing customers have about 10 million households to digitize. We're at about 550,000 today, so there's the upside to come. Upfront revenues of over $500 million, recurring revenues of 40 million, as I said before. The geographies that they operate in are very significant. South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Australia, and they represent 250 million people and over 100 million households. We're on the cusp of moving into, or we have moved into the UAE, about to move into India and the US, and that takes our addressable market to another level, and they represent about 20% of the world's populations. We exited hardware-only sales. So when we started business, we used to buy water meters and resell them because we had to do it to attach our technology. We've exited that, so this year you'll see a reduction in revenues, which our investors have welcomed. That has allowed us to take 30% of our costs out. It's allowed us to reduce our cash burn, and it's put us on a path to profitability, which we expect to get to in the next quarter. So when you look at the key matrices in the company, look at the underpinning KPIs, and you will see that they are very well positioned indeed. The 2 big drivers of our future revenues, enterprise and government customers, they're sitting at about 85 today, and number of connected households. It took us 6 years to connect our first 50,000 households. We're doing one every 10 minutes now. Looking forwards, 3 beachheads to a great strategy. Harvest our existing customer base. Your best prospects are your existing customer, and I told you about the size of that. We have entered the renewable energy space with the launch of Hive.AI, and that's a range of AI applications. I'll talk about that a bit more shortly. And we're moving into a bunch of new markets. UAE, we've got contracts we're rolling out there, India and the US, as I said before. Hive.AI is a first globally. It is it's a partnership between us and Sirius Digitech out of the UAE. Sirius is half owned by Adani, half owned by IHC, which is controlled by the royal family of Abu Dhabi. Sirius brings to us a range of AI applications. We provide the platform that sucks up the data to feed those AI applications. We've got just about no competition. The size of the addressable market in every country from Bangladesh to the Middle East, to the US, to Japan, ranges from very large to very, very large. I've got the hard copies of the deck if anyone wants it. Our new markets, I've covered that before. And just to wrap up with 59 seconds to go, firstly, thank you for coming and listening. 5 key points to conclude. X2M, Australian technology company, and very well positioned in the space of data aggregation, automation, and artificial intelligence. The great trajectory for the category. A proven technology that's now been running for 10 years, and a management team that are shareholders in the company and that have performed. We're sitting on a very large addressable market in all the categories in terms of our own customers, the regions that they're in, and the new markets that we're in. There's in the whole AI space, there are 3 value pools. There are those that suck up data will make money. Those that have effective engines, many will fail, some will do really well. The unsung hero will be the data manager, the aggregator that makes all of that possible. And there'll be a bunch of winners emerging in that category, and we think that we're very well positioned to do that. And in terms of where we're sitting today, I think there's a real opportunity to capture value. So I'm done. Thank you so much for coming here and listening. Cheers.